12 News at 4 continues with the fight against plans to turn a former Milwaukee Walmart into a data center. The plans are calling for converting the space into a library branch and storage space, as well as what developers are calling a computer research facility. They stress it would not be like the large data centers going up in other communities. The site is at the old Midtown Center at 60th and Capitol, and here to discuss this afternoon is BizTimes editor Andrew Weiland. Good to see you, Andrew. We're back at this discussion yet again, it seems, talking about the 60th and Capitol. And there was a packed meeting Monday night. What came of that discussion?
A lot of unhappy residents pushing back against these plans. I believe it was a 3-hour public hearing of residents expressing their concerns. And there are a large number of concerns that they have about potential environmental impact of this facility, be it air or water impacts, noise. They're worried about that possibility. And then impact on water supply, and water usage, energy usage as well. After all of that, the Plan Commission of the City of Milwaukee held the matter. There'll be a follow-up meeting later this month. I think ultimately ends up before Common Council. But yeah, it's an extremely controversial project right now.
And we saw a lot of people, as you mentioned, have been upset about this. Let's hear from some of the reaction from Monday's meeting.
We've all told you how we feel about this, that we don't want the data center. And you can dress it up any way you want to, it doesn't matter. It's still a data center. And it's unwanted and harmful.
And that's been some of the kind of same response that we've seen from residents in various areas that have these facilities that are popping up. And we mentioned at the top of this story, they're calling it a computer research facility. Is there really any distinction between that and a data center as what we know in other communities?
I think so, in terms of how it's used exactly. There is somewhat of a distinction there. But I mean, it's a computer facility that probably to the layman looks and appears similar to a data center. So that's kind of where the discussion is at. And I think, quite frankly, the residents would prefer to see something else coming into this space. I mean, we need to remember this store closed 10 years ago, and it's been vacant ever since. And it's not easy to attract a new development to an area for whatever reason. It's challenged, and this is the proposal that's come forward. There was a different proposal 3 years ago to just turn the whole facility into self-storage. That was rejected. This new proposal includes, as you mentioned, there's a library branch planned to be in there. There's some additional use that will be community-oriented, but undetermined at this point. There still will be some self-storage. There will be the computer research facility, whatever you want to call it. It is considerably smaller, by the way. It's a 19,000 square foot facility. That's way smaller than, say, the Port Washington 2.5 million square foot data center projects. It's much, much smaller. There's also housing planned, affordable housing planned in the parking lot of this store. So there's a lot of different components to it that has, the city more or less on board. I said the mayor's administration is on board with this, and the alderman's on board with this. But there's tremendous pushback from residents because there's nationally a lot of pushback about fear of data centers. A facility of this size, I mean, it's hard for me to see what the harm is that's being referred to there and what evidence there is of that. But there is a national pushback to what impact these facilities can have on communities.
All right, Andrew Weiland, we have to leave it there.